Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Deepika Verma. So in this video I am going to discuss about the age of revival. As I have discussed about Anglo-Saxon age, Anglo-Norman age and age of Chaucer, then in my previous video I discussed about the biography of Geoffrey Chaucer, and this video is about the age of revival. So the age of revival is also called as the later Middle English or early Renaissance period, and the age of revival started in the year 1400 and went on till the year 1550. We all know that the period of 150 years after Chaucer's death was comparatively a blank, especially in literature, as Chaucer was a very great poet and a giant figure of literature, and after his death there was no poet who could beat his literary genius. At the same time, this period witnessed a lot of changes in every sector, and historically the age is noticeable for its intellectual progress, for the discovery of America as well as India, for the introduction of printing, for the beginning of the Reformation, and for the growth of political powers among the common people. Now first of all, let's look at the historical events of this period. So the first important historical event that took place in this period was Cade's Rebellion. Cade's Rebellion occurred in the year 1450, and it was an uprising against the policies of Henry VI, and it was led by Jack Cade. The second important event of this period was the Wars of the Roses. That started in the year 1455 and ended in 1485, means it was 30 years war, and it was a civil war between two royal families with rival claims to the throne, as these two families were the Yorks and the Lancaster. The wars take his name from the two roses. There are two roses, red rose and white rose. Here red rose symbolizes the house of Lancaster, while white rose symbolizes the house of York. Now let's discuss important events of this period which influenced literature of this period. So the first important event of this period is establishment of printing press. In 1476, the first printing press in England established by William Caxton, and the famous or popular books Caxton printed were Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, Gower's Confessio Amantis, and Malory's Le Morte d'Arthur. This helped a lot in the spread of education. Second important event is that in this period Columbus discovered America. In 1492 Columbus discovered America, and in 1498 Vasco da Gama reached India. Means in 1498 India was discovered by Vasco da Gama. And during this period Copernicus proved that the sun is the center of all planets. So it's all about the important events and historical events of this period. Now let's jump to the literature of the age of revival. So if we talk about literature, then this period is also called the barren period, because after the death of Chaucer there were no good work produced. Although many writers imitated Chaucer, but they lacked the genius what Chaucer had. For a century after Chaucer, not a single great work appeared, and the general standard of literature was very low. That's why this period is known as a barren period or age of darkness. First great writer of this period is Sir Thomas Malory. and he is famous for his work Le Morte d'Arthur, and it's the greatest English work of this period. Le Morte d'Arthur is a compilation of tales of romance about King Arthur and his knights of the Round Table. It was first printed by Caxton in 1485, and it is the first major work of prose fiction in English. Second important writer of this period is Thomas More. He was the educationist of this age, or the age of revival, and he was an scholar, a writer, and a member of parliament and chancellor in the reign of Henry VIII. His most famous work is Utopia. Utopia is originally written in Latin in 1516. It was written in 1516, and it was later translated into English after his death, after the death of Thomas More, and it was translated by Ralph Robinson in the year 1551. Here, Utopia is a Greek word that means nowhere or no place. But in modern phraseology, Utopia comes to be signified as the ideal place. Means Utopia means an ideal place. And Utopia is composed of two parts, and the narrator of this book is Raphael Hethlode. Here, Hethlode means dispenser of nonsense. Third most important writer of this period is Desiderius Erasmus. He was the friend of Sir Thomas More, the writer of Utopia. Erasmus is famous for his work The Praise of Folly. The Praise of Folly is also known as Mori Encomium in Latin, means it is written in Latin and later it got translated in English. The work was written in 1509 and published in the year 1511 after the accession of Henry VIII. It is a satire employed to attack superstition and the abuse of doctrine within the Catholic Church. Now, the fourth most important writer of this period was Roger Ascham. His most famous work is Toxophilus. Here, Toxophilus means school of shooting. His other best known work is the Schoolmaster that got published in the year 1570. Toxophilus was his first published work, and that was dedicated to Henry VIII. Toxophilus is the first book on archery in English, and through this work Ascham sought to teach the art of shooting and present a literary piece with proper English vocabulary. Now this age is also important for the translation of the New Testament. The New Testament of the Bible got translated by William Tyndale in the year 1525. He translated the New Testament of the Bible into English. And this period is also witnessed the first autobiography. So the first autobiography came in this period, although we can't say it's first autobiography, but it's earliest known autobiography in English language, and that is the book of Marjorie Kemp. And it was written around 1436 and first published in the year 1501. It records the experiences of Marjorie Kemp, who was the daughter of a mayor of Lynn and the wife of John Kemp. It's all about the age of revival. So friends, kindly comment your views on this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.